I've retweeted.
All right, we are live. It is Bud Light Game Night on a Monday night, special Monday night Bud Light Game Night.
So much fun.
So much fun. Down there in the Jimmy America shirt is Jimmy America himself.
Got a big draw today, Brownie. One point today, not a bad one.
The old draw. That is Lance Taylor, fresh back from. Y'all just missed an incredible golf swing behind us. Fresh. no, it was one of our Bud Light people, and I mean, swinging for the fences.
Who, Brittany?
Yes. Swinging for the fences.
I got to watch this.
Yeah, you're going to want to watch it.
Look at that form.
Yeah, my golf shoes are always Doc Martens.
Oh,
She got it. She got it.
Boom. It almost hit behind us. She dialed it back.
Do it again. I'll send out video for who can't see it.
She dialed it back on the second swing. The first swing was an absolute. She was going to hit a piss missile over the fence. Move a little closer. Top Golf is where. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Top Golf is where we are. We're at Top Golf downtown with Bud Light Game Night.
Say, take that, Brown.
We've got Top Golf behind us. Maybe we'll hit some shots behind us here. Again, that's Lance Taylor back from New Orleans. How was the Big Easy, LT?
It was fun. A lot of fun. It's just
A little too much fun?
yeah. I know my limitations, and
Right.
48 hours is my limitation, and
Yep.
I go 72, and it's just a bad idea.
Right.
So I have wrecked Thanksgiving week already.
Oh, the whole
Already
week you
caught.
wrecked, you think?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wait, you mean the whole week?
I mean, it will be.
You're not going to come into work Thursday?
I will not be there Thursday,
Oh.
but it'll be Thursday before I'm well.
Wow. It's going to be Thanksgiving, and then you're just going to get full of food.
Yeah. That was one of the problems. I don't know. And Brown, you don't have this problem, but I've always like the first night going out of town, we always have a good dinner, and then
Right.
and then it's like we forget to eat the rest of the time.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. Yeah.
No, I mean, I plan meals.
Yeah. No.
I forgot to eat again.
No, I mean I'll grab a Lucky Dog, at 3 a.m. on the.
Literally, Lance, most of the time, and Jennifer will tell you this, when we're traveling, eating is what I'm looking most forward to.
That's the reason we go on the road,
So-
isn't it, Brown?
I met 2 Rams fans from LA
Uh-huh.
at Razoo's on Friday night.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Razoo's is a bar where you do karaoke.
Yeah. Karaoke.
And for those that don't know, the Rams used to be a really good football
They
team in the
used to be.
NFL.
And we're off.
Awful.
And for those who don't know, Detroit has a better record than the Los Angeles
I
Rams.
think what we've discovered.
Detroit
on the,
Lions have a better record than the Los
I
Angeles
think what
Rams.
we discovered on the show today, Lance, is every team that someone cheers for on the show, the Falcons and Titans with Forrester and Lunsford, the Lions with the Rockstar, my Dolphins, Dunaway's Buccaneers all have the better record. You've got the worst record on the show.
It's amazing. I
It
mean,
is.
what I was going to say is I met these 2 dudes,
Right.
and I have no idea why, but they ended up coming to our place at like 2 in the morning last night.
That's pretty random.
Yeah, they showed up literally beers in paper bags.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And dude had a big blunt, and like we've got. I'm sure there's some kind of security deposit on the Airbnb we were staying at. It's a really nice
You
place.
may never see it again.
But this dude was smoking nonstop in there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, that's what I get for inviting.
Okay.
And I didn't know what time they were going to leave. And they ended up leaving at like 4.
Do I keep catching a whiff of it here? Have I caught a whiff of it here?
No.
No, I've
Okay.
got all I have Christmas potpourri. That's all
Yeah.
I've got.
There's Rockstar. Rockstar, you watched the United States on the draw. I was with you. I learned a lot of soccer from Rockstar and Dunaway today.
Yeah,
We watched it up at Double Down Media, home
We
of the
were
next round.
1-0 until about the 82nd minute, where they Wales got a PK and tied
Horrible
the game
call.
tied the game up. And
Dunaway
Was it really a bad call?
No,
I thought
Dunaway's
it
the
was.
one
No, it
person on earth that thinks it was a bad
it
call.
was legit. The dude went like dead legged him from behind.
I mean, he killed the guy, Dunaway.
I mean, if you can't take a
I'm sure the
knee-
guy rolled around it.
Well, I know
he
he
did. He
did,
looked like he got shot in the
Yeah,
face.
but it
if you
wasn't.
can't take a knee from behind into the balls, then
Yeah.
you don't deserve to be out there. It's
Yeah.
the World Cup. Don't go down to the penalty
I
box.
didn't realize it was today.
Started yesterday.
Yeah. It was Cutter that played yesterday, right? And they got smoked by somebody.
Oh, they lost 2-0, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is
They
that
got
it?
smoked, Yeah.
I think. And
better.
then today was Senegal and
The Netherlands.
Netherlands.
What's the
Oh,
guy?
can't hear you.
The
Oh,
locks.
the
Oh, he's
Locks.
taking it for
Appreciate
the
that.
locks?
49ers tonight.
Yeah.
49ers
All right,
tonight.
49ers to the light. He has got a golf glove. in his
49ers tonight.
back pocket golf glove right there. That guy was serious about Top Golf.
He had 2 gloves. He had one in his hand, one in his back pocket. My backup.
When he was pointing at him, I was glad it was a glove.
I,
Not something else.
I didn't know what was going on. Hey,
I thought it was a Glock.
did
for a
your old
second.
man used to bring his own bowling ball?
He did. He did. He had his own ball. In
You have
fact,
that glove, the little thing that you put on your wrist.
in fact, LT,
Oh yeah, locked it in.
he brought 2 balls.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Well, 4 if you count everything.
No, but he brought 2 balls. Depending on what the situation was.
Well, I mean,
Heavy
what
ball, light ball, spin.
spinner?
Trying to pick up a spare.
Rosie's just not doing it tonight. Got to go to Lucille.
I'm gonna bench the ball.
2 balls, different shoes depending on how slick the.
Was he a 13-pound guy?
I don't know the weight of the ball.
So much like the high school player that Forrester played for us earlier today, your old man brought his balls.
He did. We played some sound today. You probably haven't heard it since you were in New Orleans. But Cam Smith, who, by the way, shut down Jalen Hyatt, right? He moved all over the field with him the other night. They were like,
By the way, Spencer Rattler was possessed, right?
yeah.
It was the best he's ever
it was
played,
not
yeah.
him.
I've never seen anything like it. It was so I went. I got out of a family dinner obligation on Saturday night, and I went with our friend Sally to the sports book to watch USC UCLA. But they wouldn't put it on the big. It was on a big TV like we're watching here at Top Golf.
Right.
But on the biggest TV was South Carolina smoking Tennessee's ass.
But it was fun to watch, right?
I mean, I didn't know what I was watching.
I know, it's crazy. You
and-
must have thought you were on some sort of
Yeah, I did.
New Orleans drug,
I was like-
voodoo.
And remember when everybody told us afterwards when we said, I mean, Jalen Hyatt caught 5 touchdown passes against Alabama. At some point, can't you just put your best guy on him wherever he goes on the field? And people were like, no, you can't do this, can't do that.
They did it.
Herb Street pointed it out really quick. Cam Smith never covers anybody in the slot. He's going wherever Jalen Hyatt goes.
Well, I think
tonight.
Cam Smith made some money.
Yeah, and that's what he said. The soundbite, you probably haven't heard it, but Forrester played it for us. They were like, so what kind of adjustments did you make in the second half? Well, it was one of those where you just
Drop your nuts.
Drop your nuts. You just drop your nuts. And
Shane Beamer said that?
No, it was the
Cam
Cam Smith.
said it.
Oh.
It was a drop your nut game.
It was,
Unbelievable.
Drop your nuts.
Drop your nuts, man.
That's pretty good.
Just
all right.
drop your nuts. I wanted a T-shirt, but they said no.
Well, I mean, I don't think people
Drop your nuts.
are going to get the T-shirt. As I said, if it were a Daniel A. Moore painting, the old "Drop Your Nuts" game, we could do the T-shirt. All right, it is Bud Light game night. We are at Top Golf, downtown Birmingham. Fun atmosphere here on a Thanksgiving week with a lot of people out of town. Thank you to Bud Light for having us here. If you're watching us on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you have subscribed. Don't just linger around here. We appreciate you doing that, but it helps us a lot if you subscribe and set your alerts so you know when we're live for shows just like this one here. Thumbs us up on Twitter and Facebook. Retweet this if you would, please, as we're talking here, and share it on Facebook and Twitch. LT, it is Bud Light game night. That means Bud Light has got some drink specials here at Top Golf, and we got a giveaway.
We do. We've got Iron Bowl tickets.
What?
Yep.
Get out
Iron
of
Bowl
town.
tickets. Yep.
2 of them?
Come get registered. Yeah, we got 2 Iron Bowl tickets to give away. We've got Bud Light. You come up to me, I'll hand you a Bud Light. Because guess what? I'm not drinking one tonight.
You get to drink LT's Bud Light tonight. Back to your Spencer Rattler thing. 8 touchdowns, 9 interceptions for the season coming in, and he throws 6 touchdowns and no interceptions.
It's wild. I mean, you can't explain this. Like,
Can't.
It's greater than the Steven Garcia game.
yeah, oh gosh, it
It's
blows that out
funny.
of the water.
Sam from Adams over there was talking about. He said that was his Steven Garcia game.
But it
Yeah.
was better than
Yeah,
Steven
but
was
if you,
better.
we've always said this. If you go look at Steven Garcia's real numbers in that game, they weren't as crazy as you remember them being. If you go look at Spencer Rattler's numbers 10 years from now, they're going to be every bit as crazy
Yeah.
as you
So
remember
how
them
many
being.
yards did he pass for? I know it was 6 touchdowns and no picks. But
I want to say it was like 390. Am I right about that?
Something, 370, 390.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
In Tennessee, it was like they didn't even throw the ball downfield. It didn't feel like.
Yeah, they played a
looked
different
totally
game.
different than they've looked all
I
year
mean, they
long.
crapped the bed because I was listening to I don't know who it was today, but they were talking about that.
LT's a little foggy.
I am.
Is there a
I had to
chance-
listen to
Is there a
this.
chance it was us?
No.
Oh,
no, it was not.
438, Lance. Listen to this. 30 of 37, 438, 11.8 per attempt, 6 touchdowns, no picks. I don't know how. I don't know how Spencer Rattler does that.
So he actually had like we talk about Bryce's best game ever might have been against Tennessee,
yeah,
but he had a better game.
he did the same.
They did.
It's
It was-
remarkable, man. It
But
really
just,
is.
Just think with everything that went on Saturday morning. We talked about this on the show today, but TCU fire drilling a field goal to win it.
I cannot believe that, by the way.
Me either. Michigan doing what they did to barely win
Well,
all of a sudden, Tennessee eye test.
Oh.
All they had to do was beat South Carolina,
Well,
beat
yeah.
Vandy, and they were in.
but it's exciting for USC because if SC
Yeah.
wins the next 2 games, they're in.
They're
Yep.
in. They're in.
You want to get to some comments here? We'll do
Yes.
that. Now, LT, you were saying you listen to some terrible podcast.
Oh no. So so I rode back with the roommate and Sally.
Okay.
And so they're both 31, I guess.
All right.
So
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I don't
think that's
ask.
right.
Don't ask.
no,
questions.
but so there's apparently this 2 sisters do a podcast called The Morning Toast, and girls their age, millennials, love it.
What are they
I
talking
And I had
about?
to
all
listen
the
to it.
time.
It was
No, Dunaway. You
Oh.
didn't
No,
just
not
say
kidding.
that. What are they talking about, LT?
they were talking about the Taylor Swift Ticketmaster fiasco,
Yeah.
and then they were talking about Paris Hilton's new book.
Oh,
Okay,
she got a new book out?
Oh, wow. Paris Hilton wrote a book.
But which bothers you? The Taylor Swift Ticketmaster, where the concerts are still months away, or the FIFA disaster today?
I didn't hear about the FIFA.
Okay,
disaster.
so today's the first day of 3 games, right? And so everybody from England and Wales and the U.S. and all them, they're using the FIFA app, the ticket app, right? That's where
Right.
your tickets
Yep,
are.
yep.
Everything's an electronic ticket. Well, they wake up today and the app is gone. It is non-existent. It's off everybody's phone, and my tickets are there, and they're in Qatar, ready for the event, and they're having to go to this other place and this place and stand in lines that are 500 people deep just to get up there and try to prove that they have tickets and get in there.
They're all their headgear and everything.
Oh,
like
yeah. All
Face
all
painted.
face painted up.
Oh,
and
that
it's
sucks.
1,000 degrees because you're in the desert in the daytime. The games
That's
are at night,
unbelievable.
and it just disappeared today. And then you had to stand in this unbelievable security line to get inside the stadium. So most of England's fans were late getting into the game.
So what happened to the app? Is it what is that group that like gets on the web and they can like erase
Anonymous.
everything?
Oh, Anonymous?
Anonymous?
Yeah, Anonymous.
Oh,
Russia.
You think Anonymous got them?
They could have.
I don't know.
And then on top of that, at the last minute, I didn't know the story behind this. Dunaway was telling me the story behind it, but at the last minute, they just decided they weren't going to sell beer.
yeah, no Budweiser.
Oh, I
Budweiser
did see that.
Budweiser's the official sponsor, and they had the kiosk and everything set up.
But
inside
that was the
stadium.
problem, right?
And the head prince, the one guy, said he didn't like the way it looked, and they were banning beer sales inside the stadium. They were still going to allow it out at the fan zones, but not inside the stadium.
It's almost like they're not a free nation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think
Yep.
it's very similar to that.
Oh, is that it, right?
You know what I make up for all these fiascos?
What's that?
Taylor Swift do 5 free concerts in Qatar.
Yeah. Yeah.
They said that she sold enough tickets to fill up 900 stadiums.
That was what Lunsford was telling us. Is the demand for tickets should have to do 900 stadium shows
Yeah.
to meet that demand. Yeah.
It must be nice to be that big.
Oh, it's crazy.
Well, you know
right?
what? She makes a show. I Googled it last week.
$9 million.
$9 million a concert.
Well, what gets me is the amount of pressure. If that were you and you knew all these people, anniversary presents, birthday presents, whatever, and waited in line, paid a huge amount of money in the queue. I waited in the queue for 7 hours to get tickets. You better put on. I've never seen you before. My little girl's never seen you before. The pressure to put
Oh,
on
to put on a
that
show,
good
yeah.
of a show that Ticketmaster like.
He does
Yeah,
though.
I mean,
Oh.
'Cause
imagine.
I went saw. I spent a small fortune to go over for one day to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And took the roommate and Jack and Leighton, and she puts on like a 3.5 hour show, and it was like newfound respect for her.
Imagine the feeling though, like when one of us wakes up in the morning and you start to talk, you're like, oh,
Yeah,
excuse
that's
me.
what I'm saying. Like this.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine
anxiety.
that feeling for her the day she wakes
And I
up
think
that
the
way.
polar opposite is with Adele, where I think she gets too much anxiety, where it built up too much, where she puts the pressure on herself so much to sound good, she cancels a whole tour.
Yeah.
That's right. She freaks out. But she's about to go back out, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Didn't she get engaged? Didn't she engage with that guy that she's dating?
I
Did
don't know.
I tell you all that story that one of my Uber drivers in LA used to be a driver for Adele back in the day? And this was when she was like really big, but he said that she was wild.
Like
Really?
he was
Look at-
always picking up.
She's on the hunt.
She was on the hunt.
Like if it-
Really?
like back in the day, if Adele was doing a concert
Yep.
in Birmingham and it's walking by on Top Golf right now, she'd be like, "Hey guys."
Yep.
Oh,
Hey
wow.
guys,
Hey guys,
all
would
it
you
takes.
like to come to a hotel room with me?
Adele, yeah.
I drink wine. I'm in.
Oh, by the way, I did something yesterday. I think I told Brown this that I've never done before in a football
Pooped your
game.
pants?
For Lance, this is a heck of a statement. Let's go.
Bought a bottle of wine in a football game.
Wow.
Wow.
A Saints game too. Saints does not seem like the fan base you would sell bottles of wine to.
Well, I started
Buy
on,
it for Marianne.
I
for
started
you?
on Bud Light, but the Bud Light line was so big yesterday that there was this open bar and
A
all they had
vineyard.
was wine. And so I bought a bottle of wine.
Wow. Wow.
My buddy left his cell phone at the Superdome.
So they give you wine glasses?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, do you toast?
Yeah.
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah.
No, they poured it in a carafe, so I had a carafe.
Oh.
I was just walking around with a carafe.
You were drinking it out of the carafe.
Dear Lord, we're about to be worse than the Lions.
Lovey, where is Cooper Cup?
So you drink it out of the crowd?
Yeah, I did.
That is crazy.
I
I
did.
was-
And then I was on stage at some point at Razoo's.
What'd you sing? Do you know?
Rap? I think we did I think Caroline and I did a duet, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I really
Caroline,
don't
one of the
remember.
Saturday night singers on the
Yeah.
post-game show. You know, we sent you never responded, but we texted you Saturday night before we went live on post-game just to see.
I couldn't, my signal was so bad.
Yeah.
I think it was just one of those congestion problems because I was sending people pics and everything was not delivered. So
Yeah.
I got y'all's text yesterday.
Oh, that would have been fun. We were going to see if you just wanted to do a hit at the end of the show from wherever you were in New Orleans.
I would. I got scolded when I was there. Like, I'm a grown man. And
Are
I
you
got
going to tell
scolted
that
by a
story?
guy.
I've heard you tell that story.
I
You're
don't
not
know
going
if
to tell
I
it
should.
right here,
guy?
right?
I probably shouldn't tell
By
it.
guy?
I think we could bait him into telling it now.
You didn't hit him?
No.
I love the instigator over here.
Huh?
I mean,
I'll
if-
go on and tell the
if
story.
I
Let's
tell
go
the
on.
story,
If I
yeah.
had scolded you, you would have hit me.
Which one's the
No,
instigator,
okay.
me or Dunaway?
So, no. Dunaway's more of an instigator.
All right, let me reset real quick.
Okay.
It's Bud Light game night. We're at Top Golf downtown. You come see us. We're giving away Iron Bowl tickets right at 7, right? All you got to do is come scan the QR code and you get Iron Bowl tickets. Bud Light game night. If you're watching us on YouTube, give us a thumbs up on Facebook and Twitter as well. Make sure you subscribe and set your alerts. Retweet this, share it on Facebook. Do all the things, please, that we ask you to do. Bud Light game night here at Top Golf. Okay, Lance.
So, roommate's aunt lives in New Orleans.
Okay.
And so last week she said, hey, we're going to have dinner with aunt and uncle.
Right.
No, we're not.
And I said, no, we're not on Saturday night. USC and UCLA game.
The old Victory Bell game.
Yeah.
They're
And
Amish. They don't have TVs.
so I
right
said, switch it to brunch. We can do lunch. We can do dinner another night. They wanted to do it Saturday. So me and Sally went to Harris to watch a game.
Right.
And I don't know where Preston and Caroline were,
Right.
but Marianne went to meet aunt and uncle. So
Okay.
after the game,
So she went on to the dinner.
yeah, she
Yep,
went to
yep.
the dinner.
Gotcha.
After the game, called her. They were at the Ritz, so we went to meet them for drinks.
Right.
When I get there, we walk outside with me from the uncle.
From the uncle. Now,
Yeah.
there you've left out a detail about the
Oh,
uncle.
wow.
Did he do a finger point?
We had a cowboy hat
He had
on.
a cowboy hat on.
Oh no.
Like John Dutton.
Yeah, really. He
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
he said, I need you to walk outside with me.
All right.
And so I walked out.
Did it seem
Yeah, I could tell.
confrontational already? Yeah.
yeah.
So you
And-
knew this was not going to go well.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and so I get outside, and he basically tells me it was really disrespectful that I didn't go to dinner.
Wow.
What'd you tell him?
I mean, I was nice about it.
You didn't tell him I'm
No,
a grown man. And
no, I probably should have. I saw that.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Um,
We had LT on the set today in
Oh,
in
yeah,
a t-shirt
yeah,
and
yeah.
a pictured face. If you
Yeah.
missed it on the show,
A very chesty.
you can watch
LT.
it.
yeah.
It
but, hey,
was.
but do,
Nice
do,
boobs.
do you guys agree with me? I mean, if your team is playing for a championship run, and those are the only outside of the Rams game, the only
Yeah.
3 hours that I'm marked for myself.
No, I'm with you on
Yeah.
this. And, well, I don't need to say that.
Go for it, please. You started. it.
Well, I'm just going to
I'll-
say I think my wife would know. Like this, the equivalent for me would be, late in the season. Well, I mean, I've lived this equivalent. I'll tell you what happened to me one time. The last time the Dolphins won the AFC East, you remember the Tony Sperano year when Brady got
Yeah,
hurt?
yeah.
And they basically just ran the Wildcat, Ronnie Brown and the Wildcat the whole time. All right. So we had gone to Pigeon Forge with Jennifer's side of the family, and the Dolphins were playing at the Jets if they won the AFC East. And I told Jennifer, I haven't seen the Dolphins win the AFC East in forever. I am watching this game. And she was like, hey, listen, I completely understand, but here's what happened. Initially, it was not going to be available. CBS was not, they were going to have the Titans on. So I was going to have to find a sports bar somewhere. So I start calling all these sports bars in Gatlinburg, and they're like, yeah, I think we'll have that game. And I'm like, oh, this is a disaster waiting to happen. And finally, CBS decided they moved the game to like the 3 o'clock window so they could show it to the nation because of the impact of the game. But so that's the equivalent. And I just told Jennifer point blank, whatever the family's doing right there, I'm not participating.
It's
I'm
not
staying back
even
and
my
watching the game.
favorite team. My wife knows that if it's football season,
Yeah.
on a football Saturday, and for the most part Sunday, but really on a football Saturday, like Thanksgiving, we will be with her family in Mentone. They know no matter whether dessert's been served or not, at 4:30, I am out the door to be back in Birmingham to watch the Egg Bowl at 6 o'clock. And I have no rooting interest in Ole Miss, Mississippi State.
Jim left before the prayer.
They just know that if dinner hasn't been served, finished, or what, that Jim is taking a to-go plate out the door at 4:30 to be back in Birmingham at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, look, the roommate wasn't mad.
Yeah.
Clearly the uncle was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Hey, so NH3425 says, random fact about the Iron Bowl, Saban hasn't coached at Bryant-Denny Stadium in an Iron Bowl since 2018.
How about that? That is crazy.
I'd forgotten he missed that game because of the COVID, and Sark coached it.
Well, let me tell you, our buddy Matt Murphy got upset.
Yeah, I forgot it too.
Matt Murphy got upset with me Saturday night.
Oh, you knew what you were doing, Dunaway.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I was just pointing out that, they were bragging about Georgia being 8-0 in the conference again, back-to-back years. Last time I think it's been done is Alabama in 2008, 2009. But I pointed out, I said, well, that's fine and dandy. You haven't won the SEC since 2017. That's how tough this conference is that you've gone back-to-back years 8-0. And I think LSU has a fighting chance against Georgia. I think Georgia will win, but LSU has a fighting chance. I mean, being 8-0 doesn't do anything if you don't win the SEC championship. Just think about that. You've gone 8-0 now 2 years in a row. You've won one national championship, but you haven't won the SEC since 2017.
Yeah.
No matter how good Georgia's been. Now, Murphy got upset. He said, I was just trying to pro-Alabama tweet, but I was just – and that's tough as hell that you're 8-0 in your regular season, did everything you can do, and you still got to go win a conference championship game. And it's not like Ohio State or Michigan playing the Western Division.
How close was it to a disaster on Saturday if TCU would have lost and Michigan would have lost?
Oh, and Ohio State was Ohio State trailed in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they were in a fight.
I mean, in the second half.
Befoshi says, given access to a private jet, you could fly round trip for free to only one city forever, whenever you like. What city would you choose? So you've got a private jet. You can fly round trip anytime you want to this city, but only this city. Which one do you choose?
Well, that's tough.
I mean, it's not exotic, but if you could just like fly to Destin, how often you could just run to the beach and back.
That went to my head third. I first went Las Vegas, but I wouldn't do that anymore. Vegas has changed so much. Then I went Nashville, and then I was like, Destin was my third choice.
I mean, like if you had a exotic place in the Caribbean, but
I tell you, one of my favorite vacations ever was Bozeman, Montana.
How long is that flight, you think, on private? Like, how long did it take Herb Street, you think, to fly from there to Columbia, South Carolina? That's a good 4-hour flight, right?
Easily.
Somebody brought that up today. It was Kelly Hunter when you guys were doing cocktail hour. And she said the only reason they were there was because of Yellowstone.
I agree, but then Nick Faldo was the guest picker. They didn't have anybody associated with Yellowstone to pick.
Well, I've been trying my damnedest to get old Rip on, and it has taken everything in me to get him on.
And he has listened to the show. Yeah.
Even though I don't watch his show. I watched, 2 episodes of Tapped Out, but I've tried to get that guy on.
He's a great character. Yeah, I mean, he's the only thing I liked about it.
Yeah, there is a good chance that he has watched the show, and at some point Lance says, I have tapped out. and Brown has said,
I didn't watch
that Beth character. I watched one episode. That Beth character is a big character. I am tapped out.
She did wear me out.
Meanwhile, Cole's like,
I've never realized that Cole Hauser, I've always thought, is a really good character actor, but I never realized his iconic role would be Yellowstone.
It's such a good character. I mean, the loyalty that he has.
No, but I can tell, like, I bet he can whip a man's ass. Like, watching him early on, like in Dazed and Confused and Good Will Hunting, I think he's probably not as bad as Rip is, but
right.
I bet he would not be a cakewalk.
Brown, you would have hated it this past week. Spoiler alert, but it's a Big Beth episode.
Oh, yeah.
Big Beth.
Michael says, LT, was there a celebrity in L.A. you were starstruck by while you were there?
Richard Simmons, wasn't it?
Richard Simmons.
No, I waited on a lot of different people. Leonardo DiCaprio when they were filming Titanic.
He looks small. Is he real short?
It was funny. He had like 3 smoking.
Really? I'm not stunned at that.
But he looked like he was like 16 years old.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, he did look like a kid in Titanic.
Yeah, back then, what was he, 22, 24?
Probably. Yeah, probably. Michael Jackson came through one time.
Oh, wow.
Tom Petty.
Did he look as weird, Michael Jackson?
He had like a
mask on.
Yeah, had some kind of sheet on or something.
Yeah.
Really weird.
A sheet.
Who was not as good looking female in person that they look like on television or movies?
Caitlyn Jenner for me.
Uh,
Have you seen her lately?
Cameron Diaz.
Not as good looking in person?
Mm,
Is she the one that was staring at you at the
Mhm.
bar?
Making eyes.
she was.
So you were like,
Yeah,
Cameron
no,
Diaz,
no,
I'm not going to
but
take
But you
that
knew it was
home.
Cameron Diaz.
Not going to take that home.
Well,
Cameron
that
Diaz.
had a girlfriend back at the apartment. Yeah, Cameron Diaz. It was I was waiting tables at a place called Mainline Brewery
Right.
in Westwood, and they had the rap party for Last Supper. I don't know if you guys seen that movie. It's good
Oh,
dark comedy.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah.
I'll take a watch at it.
Yeah, it's good. But yeah, they came in and it was a pretty good cast too. But she didn't look as good. I tell you, looked really good in person was Tyra Banks.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
She looks like she's about 6'2".
Yeah, I was going to say she looks tall.
She's 6 feet. Yeah.
Yeah. Paul Batts says Columbia and the South Carolina campus sneaky underrated. I've been to one game there and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Been to 4.
I've been to one.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's
It's
good.
fun.
I tell people all the time that is an atmosphere. If you've never gone in the SEC, go.
1993, I swear I saw Hootie and the Blowfish at a bar before they were popular. I wish I could find
what do you base that on?
that I had a CD that had a different version, a really speed up, not as good version of Hold Your Hand
Yeah.
that you buy in the back for $10 from the band. And I had it for a while and I can't find it anywhere, but it was like, I want to say it was like 6 songs.
Oh, so
7
you're saying you
songs.
bought that CD at the concert?
Yeah, for $10.
Okay.
And, and they were just a bar band.
I mean, I could believe that. I
like
just wonder what you're basing it on.
1993, I don't know when Hold Your Hand or any of that came out.
94, 95 is when they got
Yeah.
huge.
But
Yeah.
I remember like being in Tuscaloosa and bands like Dave Matthews would come through and Blues
Right.
Traveler before they were really
Yeah.
big.
Right.
Well, I've told the story I know before, but when I was at school at Jacksonville State, they had booked Hootie and the Blowfish for the homecoming concert. And between the time they booked them and the homecoming concert, they released Cracked Rear View Mirror, and it went nuts. And Hootie and the Blowfish honored the date. They came and played Jack State, and I don't know, they might have had a #1 song at the time.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, the next year they booked Sister Hazel, and the same thing happened. Sister Hazel, that one song Sister Hazel
All
did,
for you.
All for You.
That
Yeah.
really is their only song. Isn't
I
it?
They
can't
have
think
that Champagne High, and they have.
Yeah.
But All For You is a hell of a song.
Oh, it's a really good song.
Yeah.
I like All for You.
But I would throw them in one hit wonder.
Yeah, but that's a pretty good back-to-back concert for Jacksonville State. Hootie
Yeah.
and the Blowfish and Sister Hazel.
I mean,
For homecoming.
who is booking them?
Whoever the student government president was.
I thought it was just the X Lounge. 'Cause
No,
they were
no.
pretty good about that. back
The
in
X
the
Lounge
day.
could book some. They could book some acts, man. Let's see. Pritch Law says LT and Dunaway are in the same britches.
No,
Okay.
he's in a much stylish jean. I am in
Much
a
stylish.
Banana Republic khaki.
So you're
Khaki.
stylish. He's much stylish.
Oh, he would
Much.
not wear these threads.
Why don't
trust
y'all
me.
switch?
Oh,
Michael says Rockstar, feel you're equally as funny as a musician. Would you rather tour as a comedian or musician?
Musician.
Stand-up comedy seems hard.
Stand-up comedy seems depressing and hard.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing 2 shows in a night doing the same jokes. And you, with a musician, you have the backup of an instrument or a band to like poke fun at or something like that. But when you're bombing as a comedian, knowing like, oh my God, I got an hour left and I'm not getting anything.
Yeah,
And,
and you
just knowing I got another show
yeah,
at
but
9:30.
I've always thought that you could do both.
It's
you
just
could be almost like Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
that's a great precedent.
but your point,
You
your
take his
point
money.
being is that if I'm if I'm not feeling it tonight, if I'm not in a good mood, I can still, there's emotions that are built into every song. You just get into the song. As a comedian, if you're not feeling funny that night,
and you're by yourself. It's like
Yeah.
you have the thing where you're at the hotel, and a guy like Tony comes, picks you up to do a radio hit, drops you back off to sleep it off for about 4 more hours till 2 or 3, then go to the venue,
I mean,
eat dinner by yourself, and then do the show. Then I'm off to Nashville tomorrow to do the same thing.
I mean, you guys remember how bad we bombed in Selma.
Yes,
I do
Twice.
remember that.
Now imagine that
and that was a collective. That wasn't
Yeah.
just you. That was a collective.
yeah, because I was at the Huntsville Quarterback Club. I think last Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, and
You
it
did
was,
every day of the week.
Whatever.
it was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's bombing.
I was
sucks.
horrible.
It's,
Well,
it's an uncomfortable
Okay,
feeling.
hey, you want me to tell you guys a crazy story? Well, not crazy, but my youngest daughter was in a talent show at school a couple weeks back, and one of the kids for their talent did stand-up comedy. Can you
Oh,
imagine?
the balls on that kid.
I would imagine it was a girl. I would imagine
The gall on that girl.
I would say she was probably 3rd or 4th grade. I know my daughter's 3rd grade. The maximum she was 5th grade.
Did she do political humor?
That would have been awesome,
Yeah.
right? If she'd go blue.
Real quick, by a show of hands, who did you vote for? Who did your parents vote for?
Yeah, but that Joe Biden guy.
What if she walked out with a straw and a chocolate milk? And she's like, hickory dickory dock.
she was doing the Ron White. She just had chocolate milk doing the Ron White.
Oh.
They arrested me. I said, my name's Tater now.
Was she funny?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, you knew I cringed for her because
it's uncomfortable.
because you know how hard it's going to be. But I think everybody there was an adult. Is like, you got to laugh at her. You can't let her die up here. But she actually told some, like, just her delivery was funny the way she did it. So I give her a ton of credit.
Cricket joke?
What's up with lunchroom ladies? What's up with that?
I wish she had done the cricket joke. That'd been fantastic.
Yeah, I remember I auditioned for a play one time, and I had to do a monologue, and I completely forgot what I was doing.
Oh,
no. And like, I don't remember, like, so the auditorium, the director's out there. And so there was like, 3 or 4 casting directors, and I got up on stage and I just did like 2 minutes, and I really don't know what I talked about. I have no idea. I did get bored. Yeah. I mean, I completely bombed. I just started mumbling. It's awful.
Paul says, I'm planning my next summer MLB stadium tour. Petco and Dodger or PNC and Citizen? That's a tough one there. I've heard PNC's the best.
Is that Pittsburgh?
Yeah. So he's saying Pittsburgh and Philly or San Diego and Dodgers?
I would go San Diego.
I'd go San Diego and Dodgers.
Well,
just
you're
for
just
San
in a
Diego.
better place, right?
Yeah.
But park-wise.
Dodger Stadium's iconic, but the San Diego one looks the most interesting one in baseball to me.
Lance, is Dodger Stadium just kind of dirty, or is it nice?
Yeah, it's kind of dirty.
Is it really? It just looks dirty.
Yeah. It is.
If you haven't been to what I call Pac Bell, whatever it is now in San Francisco, I loved it.
I'll tell you what the biggest shithole is Fenway.
Oh, Fenway?
It's all Pearl Jam there.
Yep. It's just a city block, man. They squeezed it into a city block.
But, I've talked about this before, like Wrigley was so impressive.
Yep.
Michael,
I mean, it was Field of Dreams for me.
No, I loved Wrigley. Yeah.
When I walked out, because I bought what I thought was front row seats.
Yeah.
When I walked out, it was amazing.
Michael, there's Scott Forrester, director of video, and his
youngest daughter. His youngest
talk?
His youngest daughter, who's a great softball pitcher and a cheerleader.
That's right. She keeps Scott busy.
Yeah.
She does.
Somebody asked what the dude in the orange hat behind us is doing. That is young Jack. Well, he's not there right now. He was there when this question was asked. That's Lance's son, who was hitting some golf balls behind us.
He has never swung a golf club.
Well, he just changed that, I think.
Yeah.
Forrester, you want some food, man?
Yell louder.
I want him to feel included. I feel bad.
Tripp says, LT, I can see the uncle's point, but it sounds like the roommate needs to communicate better and let you know well in advance about dinner plans. If you get blindsided the plan, it's not your fault.
She let me know this week, but again, I gave her a big heads up that it wasn't happening.
Lunsford on the plane question. Easy answer, New York City. Second choice, Vegas. Paul says
you wouldn't do Orlando, Lunsford? Come on,
yeah, I mean, Lunsford goes to Orlando every other weekend.
I want to go to the Maldives.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
What kind of flight is that, you think?
24 hours.
Oh, really? It takes that long?
I think so.
If you're in a PJ,
if I'm in a PJ, it's only 18 probably. What are you laughing at?
I was just saying, like, there's a 24 hours.
That's miserable.
Pilot just parachutes out and they put another one in. It's like, that's my shift, guys.
Good night, everybody.
All right, like a 6-hour car ride is bad. Like today was not fun. And so they did the morning toast, and then they put on another podcast. It was called Hungry Land, and the podcast started out. Somebody spotted an alligator in a canal with a arm in its mouth. So, and I'm barely listening to this because I'm kind of dozed off. And the end of it,
not driving.
Yeah. No, it's not driving.
Just wanted to point that out.
Money line was plus
rolled that
920 on
partition
that.
But the whole point was the diver that went to look for the other remains ended up getting attacked by a gator. And it was the dumbest podcast I have ever heard. I can't believe they listened to this thing for an hour. But the dude ended up getting his head bit.
Oh, that's not.
At some point, if there are gators in there and one person's already been lost, do we need to recover the remains? Let's say, hey, there's some gators in here. Let's don't go after it.
Yeah. And that's what I would think. This guy was like a gator expert, and you're not really a gator expert if you get attacked by a gator.
He was like, "Here, hold my Bud Light. Watch
Yeah.
this."
It is, speaking of Bud Light game night. We are at Top Golf downtown, and you can come here in about 30 minutes. We're going to draw, if you scan the QR code, for Iron Bowl tickets. Thank you to Adams Beverage and Bud Light for providing us the Iron Bowl tickets. Somebody will get to go see the game Saturday. If you're watching us on YouTube, give us that thumbs up, and make sure you've set your alerts and you've subscribed, retweet it, share it on Facebook, give us thumbs ups there, and on Twitch. Let's see.
How about that Scott Forrester? Just busted his butt all day long working. Showed up here.
He's the best,
He's
man.
he's like a brawl, man. He's very supportive.
Bama JT2. We know this has been awesome starting your own company. Can you name one thing you missed from the radio days? I cannot off the top of my head.
Commercialized music.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do miss
Yeah,
that.
okay,
Yep,
okay.
I do miss that.
Yep.
But you know what? If we were, I wouldn't. Here's the thing, though, Rockstar, on that. I would never want to go back to doing a show without a video element.
Well, I'm saying,
And
like, you
in
could
doing that, we couldn't play the commercialized music. See, that's the catch-22.
I'm trying to see if we could do it, the video version of that too, like not playing a music video, but
Yeah.
almost doing like Mystery Science Theater, where we're watching a movie trailer, we're all reacting to the
Yeah.
movie trailer. I would love to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron.
What?
The Jetsons. Was her name Jetsons?
What are they playing?
That's
That is
field
field
hockey.
hockey.
Okay.
Anything you
Yeah.
guys miss other than commercialized music?
I think that's a great call. I
Yep.
really
I
know.
think Rockstar got it.
Yeah.
I think that might be the only thing.
Yeah, and I really haven't missed that as much as I thought I would. I mean, there are occasional tangents we would get on where we would play.
Well, we'd bring a song up, Rockstar would play it.
Yeah, we would fill a whole segment sometimes
Yeah,
with the
I
music.
do miss that. Yeah, I wish we could do that, but we can't. If I have to give that up, I'll give that up in a heartbeat for everything else we've gained. I'll tell you the thing.
I miss a few of the people,
yeah.
not many.
No, I mean, there are some I'd like to see again.
Yeah,
Most. I'd say most.
yeah.
You know, if I ran
miss
into them,
them. I miss them. Yeah, it's the
Um,
people.
Yeah, I would say the best part about it, the thing I miss the least is, and everybody probably likes something different here, I just love the fact that we got to build a studio the way we wanted it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of it.
Yeah, and I love the fact that it never fails when we bring somebody new up that's never seen it. They're like,
blown away.
"Wow!"
Yeah. I mean, it really is. Like, I've been around. I have never, and I'm going to really humble brag on us here, I've never seen a studio as good as ours
Well,
for what we're doing.
Well, I mean, Brock Heward came in studio and he said the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, Brock has been everywhere. Works for Fox. He's like, my gosh, Fox doesn't have something this nice.
Yeah, my friend Laura Brett, who works at
Yeah.
in San Francisco, NBC
Yeah.
in San Francisco, she came in and she's like, she started with the green room. This green room is exactly what I tell them we need. Like when I'm hosting the 49ers post-game show and I've got freaking Jerry Rice on the show, he's having to sit at someone's cubicle to watch the game, and you guys have a green room and you haven't even gone on the air yet. And I said, LT said we needed a green room. So we built
we
it.
got a green room.
Yeah.
Paul says I had a project last summer in Bozeman. I almost moved there to work with my client. Place is awesome.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, Tripp
And-
says Bozeman in the summer spectacular, in the winter no thank
yeah.
you.
See, I've only been in the summer, and it was great because at night it was like in the 50s, and then at day it's literally in the 90s. But just a beautiful place. But the problem is, so many people from California are moving there,
Yeah.
and
They made jokes about that. All the signs were,
they're bringing their politics.
yeah. But,
know,
but it was so hilarious. The Wright Thompson montage they did of seeing, he was being sarcastic. The views are not as good as you've heard. The water is not as clear. The town is not perfect.
Trying
The
to keep
craft
them
beers
away.
suck.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, don't move
here.
to Bozeman, Montana.
I mean, property there is insane, though.
Oh, I bet it is.
Yeah.
Ush says conference realignment goes the opposite way, and the SEC has to contract to an 8-team league. Who are the 8?
Oh,
Alabama, Auburn,
Georgia,
Tennessee,
LSU,
That's
Florida.
Florida.
How many is
Texas
that?
A&M.
That's 6. We need 2 more.
I'll
is where it
go.
gets really
I'll go.
hard.
Ole Miss, Mississippi State.
All
I
right.
would too. I'd go Ole Miss,
So
So
Mississippi
we
State.
lose Missouri, Texas A&M,
Kentucky.
Arkansas, Kentucky, and South Carolina.
Didn't say
Vanderbilt.
Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas. We lose there.
and Vanderbilt.
And Vanderbilt. I
Yeah.
think that'd be a fun conference.
By the way, that 8 would be okay with me.
So basically, we took the SEC West, dropped A&M, Arkansas, added Tennessee and Georgia.
And Florida.
And Florida. I'm with that.
You can have the rest, as the T-shirt
so we got a
says.
T-shirt. So does Clat. Josh says, LT, I know you checked out on Yellowstone. Did you watch 1883 or will you watch 1923?
I did not watch 1883, and I will not watch the Harrison Ford one.
I'm going to stream them. I haven't watched 1831 or whatever it is.
83.
83. I'm going to stream them because I think you can get some extra content on streaming at a certain point. But you know what? I've gone back to watch that I only saw bits and pieces of that LT when he was telling you stuff, you and Jennifer to watch.
Yeah.
I've gone back and I've been binging Silicon Valley and
So
having
good.
watched it from the beginning.
But the
now,
last season's terrible.
I haven't made it there yet, but I'm 2 seasons in, just starting season 3. So good.
You know, Lance, I got to say, I'm a little surprised you liked Justified as much as you did.
Well, because it's cheesy.
So
It's
cheesy.
a little cheesy, and it's just everything gets wrapped up in a nice little bow at the end every
I know.
episode. I'm surprised you liked it.
I've said it was a guilty pleasure.
Jennifer and I have enjoyed watching it, but
Yeah.
every time I watch one, I'm like, man, I can't believe LT watched this. Does it ever get more edge, or is that pretty much what it is?
That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, I'm surprised you liked it. I haven't disliked it. I'm just surprised you liked it.
But they did a good job at like casting the one bad guy for a season. I mean, Walton Goggins is always that guy.
Yeah.
But they always bring in a different, like Michael Rappaport was one of the bad guys. I'm trying to think who else, but they do a really good job at having one of those guys per season.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of episodes.
What is the this is a great question. Bob Sacramento, the most memorable Christmas present you've ever received?
Not too memorable. I can't think.
Okay.
I got a
Rockstar?
Jimi Hendrix memorable creamed Fender Stratocaster, like the one he played at Woodstock, but it was made so I could play it like a left-handed guitar, not the way he played.
So there
it,
was
but-
a lot of thought put into it because
well, yeah, it was a special or something like that my mom and dad found, and I got that probably in 7th or 8th grade. If I ever play electric guitar, that's the guitar I use.
Yeah.
So I've had it for that long.
Dunaway?
Most memorable, yeah.
Really, I can't think of one. For me, I loved those electric football fields when I was a kid that Santa would give me. But there's been no real emotional one that and it's so funny this year. Maggie was like, "What the hell am I going to get you? Because you buy whatever you want anytime you want it. And what do you need?" And I said, "I don't need anything."
Taylor Swift tickets.
And she says, "Well, I got to get you something. What do you want?" And I said, "I tell you what, let's just make it easy. Give me a PlayStation 5. She goes, "You're freaking 50 blah blah years old. You want a PlayStation 5? I said, "Yeah, don't give me one other thing. Just give me a PlayStation 5 and the Madden game. And when college football comes out, I will have college football and I can play it on my PlayStation 5 until I die."
Until you die.
Until I die.
Until I
Because their
die.
stop PlayStation said they're done. Like 5 is
That's right.
it.
Never
We're not-
another one.
we're
I
more
can't remember
advanced.
the last time I played a video game.
I really can't either. I was thinking about that when I was watching. I don't know what made me think of this, but I was watching the Jets Patriots, and I was thinking about playing Madden back in the day. And I was like, I don't even, if I had it right now, I don't have time to play it. I don't know when I would try to play Madden. I don't know what made me think of that during the Jets Patriots game.
Man,
Sunday, but it did.
when we first started the old Club LT days,
Yeah.
we would have literally 20 people to come over on Saturdays to watch games.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's emotional. I know. The old Club LT.
But the funny thing was,
Pour one out.
I would watch Hawaii was always that late
Yep.
last game, and
Yep.
I had ESPN Game Plan was
Right.
what it was called. And then after the Hawaii game, 4 or 5 of us would stay up till literally 5 or 6 in the morning playing Madden.
Wow. And then you'd have to, you'd sleep in and have to get up early for the NFL games.
Would anybody get upset and throw a controller?
Oh, God.
Not like 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. There's no way.
No, not with alcohol involved.
No. And
Oh.
not gambling either.
Oh, we got it tomorrow when you're back in studio. Hopefully, knock on wood.
Not wood at all.
We got to bring back the 8 mug shots today.
Oh, yeah.
We had a trash story that was amazing, and you got to see the 8 mug shots.
There's a wedding bloodbath.
A
Yep.
wedding bloodbath.
Fight at a wedding, 50-person
Seriously?
fight. Oh, it's amazing.
$17,000 worth of damage.
It's amazing. You got to see the mugshots.
They were using heater stands and umbrella stands and
Fire extinguishers.
Where was it?
fire extinguishers.
That was over the pond.
It's in Britain. We get a lot from London,
Yeah.
man, or from England.
It looked like the cast of Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, it really did.
One
Hey,
guy,
so,
one guy got his ass whipped.
I think mine was my first set of golf clubs. My parents gave me my first set of golf clubs. I know that's going to shock you guys, but that was a meaningful gift to me.
Oh, no, it's good. Mine would be I gave the roommate Ladybird for Christmas.
So you got the gift too.
Yeah. So Ladybird is 4 now.
On the show, Robert says most likely to win Survivor, Jeopardy, and President of the United States. I would say personally,
Somebody has to win all three.
yeah.
None for me. I'd be a hell of a president, but none for
Oh,
me.
you'd be an awful president.
I'd be
My
a hell
God.
of a president.
I was going to say, of everybody on this panel, you'd be the worst president.
It's not true.
You're way too emotional.
Yeah.
I know, but that's
And-
exactly who you need.
No,
And-
that's the
somebody who
last thing
cares.
you
Yeah.
need. Yeah.
We need a woman president.
I was about to say it's like having a woman in office.
Hillary Clinton said it would happen.
We need
Never-
a female
little did you know.
president.
No, I mean, you would be the worst president. LT's too hot-headed to be president. I'd be the best.
I'd be pushing that
Oh,
button.
God. Yes. Slamming it with curse
F
words.
them.
Who the hell needs Portugal?
Yeah.
Is this the bus app?
I would be. I would be the best president.
Lunsford, my nuke codes aren't working. I don't know what the hell is going on.
I've reset it.
Yeah.
I would be the. I'd be the best president. I think Rockstar would be best on Jeopardy.
I'll be the best president. What a
Oh,
what a
none of
nice
us
thing.
would- None of us would be good on Survivor.
Oh, I would
No,
suck
none of
ass at
us.
Survivor.
We'd suck at Jeopardy too.
Yeah.
I'd try to get voted off the island.
Can I get voted off by 12 o'clock?
All right.
The Rams kick.
Tripp's got a good idea. Clay's coming on tomorrow. Can we get some Andrew Dice, Clay Travis about Tennessee gagging away their playoff hopes? Could
Oh,
you
my
come up with a minute or two on that?
I'll try to. I
All
gotta
right.
think of some nursery rhymes.
Hunter wants to know if we can see LT and Rockstar take a few swings behind us.
It's not going.
I'm not moving.
No.
Okay,
I'll
Hunter, that
admit,
is a hard no.
I'll look like Billy Madison. I don't do a golf club.
I'm not sure
terrible.
that's turned on over there.
What? No, it's on.
The one behind us?
Yeah. I mean, when we're here late in the show, we can just move the chairs out of the way so the camera can see it, and I'll be Jim Nance.
For the record,
Yeah.
I came in second place at the Pro-Am back in the day.
Are you afraid that with your weekend you'll fall right off into the net right here? Maybe roll down into
I think I'd throw something out of
Yeah.
whack. I'd just, yeah.
MC23 favorite pizza topping.
I like Canadian bacon,
I do, too.
pineapple,
I
and
like Canadian
jalapeno.
bacon. Yeah.
I like jalapenos.
I'm trying to do a sausage guy.
Really?
I like sausage.
Yeah, big sausage party when you order a pizza.
Hey,
I
let
don't
me
make
tell
it
you,
perverted at all.
I'd had a little too much bourbon on Saturday night. So
Yeah.
yesterday morning, after I went to early service to see Maggie preach, I went to a breakfast place, and they had a bowl of chorizo, fried potatoes, peppers, queso, pico de gallo, and 2 sunny side up eggs.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah, it does.
That is a bunch,
It's
man.
delicious.
Right, you turn the car on, you're like,
Tripp says LT's dismissive disposition is all-time funny. LT gives 0 Fs.
I mean, he's kind of right.
Bob Sacamano says you're not able to use or hear any of your previous radio show segments. That is accurate.
Yes.
We, upon our exit with Cumulus Media, tried to negotiate that, and they had zero interest in letting us have any rights to anything that has ever aired in our time with Cumulus Media.
We offered money for everything.
Everything.
We wanted every drop of it.
And in fact, their initial, if I remember right, you guys may remember this differently, but their initial objection was they wanted to have the rights to play them. We said, you can play anything you want.
That's
Just
right.
let us play it too.
Yeah, you keep it. You can keep them too.
That's
We
right.
just-
You use it anytime you want to. We have zero objection to you ever playing anything we did.
In fact, we'd love you to play.
That's
them.
right. Tell them where they can find us. But they would not go for it. We tried our best to get it all. So everything we have ever done on radio is lost forever, which is so stupid for them to keep it because you know what they're not going to do?
Technically,
well, it's have the upper hand. That's what that's about.
Oh, there's no doubt. Now, I'm
I've-
not going to say we don't have it. I'm going to say
Yeah.
we can't play it.
I know somebody that's got 19 or 20 of Rockstar segments.
Who are they? Can they give them to me?
I bet they can.
No, good.
Noel says, does Lance have a clothing sponsor?
I mean, I don't. I did.
Shea us for years.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still a customer and love the Sheas.
Great people.
But yeah, not currently
I would say
advertising right now, but they'll be back.
I would say next round is a big. We're advertisers.
Yeah, we got a lot of clothes there.
We support the brand.
People are remembering some music stuff. Let me go back to this one. B. Foshi says one of the best radio moments was when y'all played the "Y'all Come Back" Saloon and Brown kept waiting on his favorite part to hit. You remember that?
Uh-uh.
The song played
Yeah.
for like
Right.
5
Coming up.
minutes.
It's coming up.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Here-
No,
it's coming
that's not it. That's not it. I
It's coming
think,
up.
I think it ended up I had the wrong song.
Yeah.
No, you talk about Tommy Shaw playing.
You're talking about swinging.
with a choir or something like that.
Yeah, that was good too.
High enough, and it never came like it was like a 5-minute clip.
Yeah. Did we play that on the air?
We
though?
did.
I didn't think we
This
did.
is where it gets. Yes, we did.
And I said this is where it gets
Yeah,
good.
this is where. This is where it gets. Good.
LT's neighbor says that time y'all found Touchdown Jesus song. No, it wasn't Touchdown Jesus. Wasn't it Drop Kick? Jesus drop kick me through the goalpost of life?
I don't remember any of this.
Yeah. You remember it, don't you,
I
Rockstar?
don't.
What are you doing over there, Dunaway? Why have you become so
Oh,
distracted?
Somebody was sitting here. I was just looking to see if I could see him.
Somebody was sitting here. I was looking to see if I could see him.
Well, could you?
No, they're gone right now. So I was just trying to see if they were still here. That's all. My bad.
I'm sorry.
Didn't mean to be a
I
distraction.
thought we had
Trying to
something
do a
going
show.
on over there. I mean, there's a billion people here, but I was just saying if we had something going on. I am so sorry, man.
That's okay.
Got double apologies.
Next time I'm trying to drop a Proximo Diamante tequila spot on you and you walk in front of the camera, I won't say
I've
anything.
never
Boom.
done that. Never one time. Brooks said his favorite trash story was the Mexican band, La Excelencia.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's another one of those things Cumulus currently owns, never do anything with. Smuff says he wants to hear it again, La Excelencia. I don't know that I've ever, in our time together, laughed as hard as I laughed on that one.
Okay.
Jonathan Lee Richards was good too. The guy that was suing.
Yeah.
Okay, but
He cracked the Liberty Bell,
Barry
right?
Bonds cracked the Liberty Bell because he was on steroids.
I want to say it right now, though, to everyone. If I had 19 or 20, and that was one of them, and I went back,
And we can't do this.
and I typed it out as a script of exactly what Rockstar said, exactly what everybody said, and when they laughed, and we went back and recreated it by reading a script, almost like when Friends came back, got together, and they did a table read of an old episode.
Well, the thing was, one of the best things was Lance hardly loses it with laughter.
Oh, he couldn't finish the
He
story.
couldn't that was the genuine part where like every other word was he couldn't get it out because he was laughing so hard. You can't repeat that.
Yeah. You
So
really
for those
can't.
that don't remember, it was about it was a show in a Mexican bar, basically, and these Mexican cartel came in, and they didn't want the dude to stop singing. So
There's a band they said that
so
That's
somebody
it.
stopped
Good night,
singing.
everybody.
Somebody stopped singing. They just picked them off.
No, he rolled a grenade in
Throw-
there.
the grenade out.
Yeah.
they forced him at gunpoint to continue to play. They had to play for like 6 or 7 straight hours, and like we got to stop. And then that's when a little bit of gunfire and grenades got taken
maybe
out.
got out of hand a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I wish we still had that. Sorry, we don't, guys.
Jace, a little bit of flair.
David says,
He's talking.
"Oh yeah."
Is he eyeballing?
He turned around. He went.
LT's nephew is here. How old is he?
16.
He's not breaking focus either.
And he just nodded at how old is she, Dunaway?
I don't know, but she turned around and looked, and he went.
Hey. David says, "When's the complete story coming out? We're going to do it this summer." Don't laugh. I know y'all are laughing. We're going to. Well, Dunaway is hooked on it being
18
18
episodes.
episodes that
No,
are
it
30
doesn't,
minutes.
it doesn't have to be 18 episodes. It just needs to be in 30-minute segments.
I'm fine with that. I don't know why you think we
I
disagree.
mean, it
on
may be 36 episodes.
that. Who knows? Smuff misses Bad Bumper Wednesdays.
I don't think we ever did that, did we?
I don't think we did that, did we?
No.
We did it. I think. Well, we did it with Ian, but we also did maybe one or twice with this current lineup. I think.
Bama JT2. Any chance Wimp is back? Is that bridge still crossable?
Oh, we're all friends with Wimp. I drove him to the Huntsville Quarterback Club last week.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's ever back on the show. No.
Yeah.
I think he got, well,
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak out of school.
Me either.
But no, we still have a good
I know what
relationship
you're
with
saying. No,
him.
we've
Yeah.
got a good relationship. I saw him at
I literally was his driver last week.
Yeah.
I was Wimp's Uber, but he didn't know what Uber is.
I mean, when we do our complete story, we can tell that part of it.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I say everything's on the table. Right, Rockstar?
Everything's on the table.
That'll be a bonus section, though. That's not good enough for its own episode.
That's the censored version. Too hot for
That'll be
airwaves.
while the credits rolling.
Yeah.
What's
What happened to Wimp?
Well,
What's that website, or not that website, that podcast called Two Girls and Bread or something
Oh,
like
the
that?
morning toast.
The morning.
Two girls and bread. Be
That's
careful.
a good
Brad.
No,
website.
it's 2 Jewish girls that do a show together.
Do they really?
They're sisters, and
Yeah.
one of them lives in Florida, and the other one I think is in New York.
Of course.
I mean, and they're witty, but it's a phenomenon apparently.
Yeah.
Much like the next round.
So nobody's going to hit any golf balls on camera here. Dunaway?
I'm not ashamed.
Okay.
I mean,
All right, we're going to have to move the chairs out.
I've got a.
I'll go Jim Nance on this thing. Everybody stick with us here. It is Bud Light game night. We're live at Top Golf.
He's going to move the statue.
Do I need to get up?
I think you might have to move. I don't know, Lance. You could be okay. Well, I tell you what, I have seen LT have some tough weekends in Vegas. All right, watch out now. Don't block the camera. All right, here comes Dunaway.
I think I would throw something out if I tried to swing a club right
Do
now.
you now?
Yeah.
Dunaway about to hit. Oh, look at Jimmy D.
Wow.
Brown, you were crushing an iron earlier. Which one were you using?
I think it was a 9-iron. Do I smell it?
No,
I
yeah,
told you. I
no.
told you 100% I smell it.
Yep. Somebody
Must be close to 7.
Yeah, somebody got him a little weed. Oh, look at Jimmy D.
You look like you play about 4 or 5 times a day.
What club is that? A 4-iron. Now, this is a swing of a guy that plays all the time.
A little to the left.
Yep.
You need to keep it centered.
Court path only.
It's those jazz cigarettes are what you're smelling.
Ryan Brown.
You went to the left, a little bit to the left again.
You were actually doing well when you weren't on camera. I said you were doing well when you weren't on camera. The first one, no.
There was a slice.
Yeah. Or a hook. That's a good one. That works. I wonder if people really aim out here.
I would like to be that building right
You
there.
play a game, right?
What?
You play actually a game, right?
Yeah, you can here. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Dunaway blocked the view, he said.
Good.
Everybody.
I didn't move.
I know. Are they saying I hooked it? I'll hit one that's not a hook. I'm sorry, guys. Doing my best here.
Sorry, guys.
Just trying to do a show.
A lot of balls in the air, guys.
Yeah, where did he go?
I don't know. He is talking to the Foresters right now.
I'm gonna say slice. Nope.
That's better. That's much better.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll work.
There, that didn't hook at all. All right, that's going to do it for Bud Light Game Night. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9. You going to make it, LT?
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Rockstar, what do you think the odds are? What do you think the odds are he's there?
I think they're pretty good. We're excited about tomorrow.
Tell him
Clay Travis.
Tell him what's coming up on the show.
We got Clay Travis.
Yep.
Clay Travis and who?
Are you going to do your thing for Clay?
We might have a little Andrew Dice Clay Travis.
People are wanting you to swing.
That's what my wife says that all the time.
Just hit one. Will you hit one?
Do you have a left-handed club?
We don't have any left-handed.
Yeah, see, I can't do it. It would look funny, guys.
They've got left-handed, but we don't have any here. We forgot to ask for them in advance.
Anyway, tune in tomorrow. We're going to go on it live at 9 tomorrow, we decided.
Yep, live at 9?
Yes.
All right, live at 9 tomorrow. Thank you to Bud Light Game Night. LT, they're about to give away these tickets away, right?
Yep, we're giving away Iron Bowl tickets. Still got time to get down here and get registered, drink cold beer with us. Great food down here, by the way.
Oh, they do have fantastic
Those
food.
mac and cheese bites. Rocky, how good were they?
I think I had a little too many, but yes, they were fantastic. I couldn't stop.
It is Bud Light Game Night. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up there. Make sure you set your alerts and you subscribe if you haven't already. And fire off a retweet. Share us on Facebook. Give us thumbs ups everywhere. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Thank you, Budweiser, Bud Light, and Top Golf.